Well, thank you so much for your threatening. If you have a world population of 30 billion shunts between the years of 1980 and 2025, and you don't know how many years you're going to live or how many shunts there are going to be in the end, because you're not alive that way yet. Here we are at the end of all time, deceased in all the threatening that you eat the food that you owe, that you pay out to God, and then you talk about what you think about yourself and where you are and why. Well, you're doing jails and prisons, but you are so far off course that you don't go into jail and prison because you don't have any value being in there with yourself. But at the same time, you are not to be like a dinosaur in the roadways. And you don't know how to be yourself in public while you are not in prison or jail because you are in there for your own need to be in there, for your own mind to be in there, for your own direction, that you went in there with yourself. I find that those of you who are out in public are all like dinosaurs in the roadways. You're nothing but a car accident, and it's unknown to everybody who's not yourself and everybody who is being created in their own genitals. It is unknown by me and my genitals, by everybody in their genitals, what is the car accident of somebody else. You could be in your own car accident and you would be alive in yourself, would be your fault, but you don't really know who else was in just your car, and then you don't know everything about what was happening around you in the traffic, or why, when, or who. It's an accident. It's a mess. Or you're just a mess of car accidents, of high-speed traffic. You just don't have substance being in public enough to hold yourself alive, that you are not in jail and prison because of you are not doing public. You don't have anything to add to public. You're there to eat the soul's food and put me in an unfair uh, mind because I wasn't born that way for you to eat anything. You're supposed to pay out the food because that's what's left behind with the housing. It's illegal public places. It's illegal roadways, illegal houses, illegal buildings. They're illegally alive after Dong Genital is deceased. And that's all I can do is look at it. I can't really do anything with my leverage about that you are disputing the property. But why? Because you have illegal genitals for that property. It wasn't formed that way for in case you alive and dispute the genitals and the property together. It's not formed that way. The property was formed by and for a dong genital, and you don't have alive that way yourself. You have penis, genital, and alive. I don't have any way to answer to that. You talk to me about myself. When you're talking over the penis genital is not a dong genital. The property was not formed for the penis genital ever after the dong genital was formed for the beginning of the dong genital being alive at the property. Have another it doesn't have another way to say that. There's no excuse for the penis genital trying to uh, interact with the property and be with it. It's wrong to me. It's wrong to the order. So you have this extreme problem. When you make the threatening to myself, that is myself in heaven making the threatening, and then you are passing it on to myself with yourself, and you are not myself. I am not really you to you that way. You're talking to yourself, and I'm not yourself, and I am not in prejudice to answer your question with what I need for myself. And you made a whole world of moving, the whole world of airplane world around what I need for myself and how I don't have it in so many ways, overlapping the threatening every day. And why are you so angry about the sexual abuse? Because that's something I would say no to, and wouldn't you? Because if you were me, wouldn't you just say no because it's free? I did say no, but you're pressing the threatening until it's loitering, and I don't have time for that. I would rather die out of all of ever than wait another minute to be with you with no presence of mind to be with you, because I don't have any presence of mind for your threatening. You're a bad example for the children that would be in prison, that you would say that or hear it. If you're already in a prison, you would say that and hear that and know that's why you're in a prison. If you say you're a bad example for the children in public, that's not clear. It's not clear why you're in public if you say that or if you think that. I know I have to say it because I heard it. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't have much position to say that here myself. But I am saying I'm deceased out of the order, and I'm not yet in the prison, which would be that I don't have the genitals on myself anymore, and I'm not done. When I'm done, I will never see you again in myself in genitals. It's just goodbye to the genitals on the Godhead. So when you hurt me in the genitals, you wanted me to say no to you and ask you not to hurt me. And then how many times do you want me to ask you? How many times do you want me to ask you not to hurt me? Because I'll tell you how many times you hurt me. You hurt me 900 times in the clitoris. So you wanted me to ask you not to hurt me 900 times the first time you asked me if I would cooperate with yourself hurting me in the genitals. Because you don't have a life that way yourself, and you wouldn't even say that you do. But you say you want something for free out of me, but I'm telling you what it is with myself deceased here, what you asked for. You asked me to say 900 times no to you for your one question, can I hurt you in the genitals with your cooperation? Otherwise, what? You're going to order that somebody else will do it. That's what's wrong with you icebreakers. If you don't put yourself in jail for being a speech offender, you're ordering somebody else to do it if I say no. You're ordering yourself to do it if I say yes. You're ordering somebody else to do it if I say no. Well, you could tie me up, because there are things you could tie me up with in public. I guess you were going for the keys, but that's you being an additional problem, because what you said in the speech offense is, I want cooperation with sexual abuse. It's either yes or no. It's yes to me, it's no to me, then it's yes to somebody else. And that's you forcing it with that you would tie me up and abduct myself. But then you went one step further and said, well, we didn't find somebody else do it. I would like to have a copy of your key. I would like to have your keys. If you don't give me your keys, I would like a copy of your key. And that's you threatening that God didn't really make me in a conviction with that you would be a finder, that I did something wrong and you're going to punish it in public. You would be in prison in that scenario, because that you would have to be in the address deceased. You can't be doing that with high-speed human trafficking. And you have a penis genital. I'm trying to get to all the questions here. You wanted me to say no to you and save myself and say it all over and say it everywhere. That's a major heavy loitering problem that makes this world look this way. Well, I'm actually not doing that. I never asked you not to hurt me. I am the pain itself. I didn't ask you not to hurt me. But we all want to know why you want to hurt somebody for free. You don't want to change who you are. You don't want to change your ways. You think it didn't really matter. Yeah, but you didn't matter is not true. You're not myself to myself. It matters to me. What do you want me to save myself from you? From who? Because nobody knows you're doing it. Everyone in public walks right by you, same as me. Do you even know who Charles Toe is? Well, you have to know that he's not who penis number 1. He's who penis of year of my life number 21 years of my life. I've been alive 21 years before Charles Toe Hoopinus started his disaster with my life. Don't know why. Where are you going with that? The world has been full of Hoopinuses for 21 years. Why all of a sudden this one special Hoopinus? Unattended. He has a last name, but he doesn't know anybody with his last name. Why doesn't he live with the people with his last name? What does it have to do with me? I don't get it. Why is who he is and what he is somehow anywhere near me? And for 23 years, you don't dispute him at all. Are you going to leave a comment that you don't know him? Yeah, I don't know him either. This is the way I leave the comment this way. Why don't you make your own video and post it someplace else? Sucking the throttling. I don't have any more karma to be here, and I need to make a pizza, but I don't have any more money to make pizza. Nope, it's all about no, not never, and how you won't give me anything I need if I don't give you everything you want to think about, which is how you're going to pay for your shunning expenses. Where you have an anime syndrome. You have an anime syndrome that you're going to go out of alive in the worst possible condition anyway. You're not even going to try and help yourself because you don't have a self. You think it's going to go all the way out of alive, all the way to the lowest outcome of having ever been here. Anyway. What's wrong? Well, that's your money. I can't help you there. What's wrong with it? You can always go to jail if you want to be on time to be in jail, and you can leave the prejudice that you are in the public and doing crime lording, because we don't know who you are. If you see public, you can always go to jail. Always. This where you can go when you find that you did something wrong you don't agree with it about yourself. You don't tell somebody else and blame them. You have to go to jail because you are yourself. I don't know anybody in jail in the threatening. I'm not supposed to hear that, but I still don't believe you. If you're in there, I sort of don't believe you. I don't think you really have enough leverage to save yourself here. I am going out of alive permanently. Female genitals on the Godhead mutilated, and they are mutilated genitals of the male Godhead. It would be Godhead of male genitals elsewhere.